Fun day today. You know, good Lord bless us with great weather. We actually had a little bit of cloud cover today, and we've been praying hard for the good Lord to bring the fan out for us, and He did today. Had a little wind blowing, and so it was a little cooler, and I thought our kids flew around. Thought we threw and caught the ball well today. Saw Jay Stanley flash. Jaleel Clemens is somebody that continues to flash every day. Josh Ratcliffe's really come on and is really providing a lot more pass rush and just being a leader and older guy. Just proud of his growth and development as a human being. Saw the young tight end come on again today, Justin Reed. Jerquan Scott's a guy, you know, he played some center today too. We got him some center work, and he's just a natural guy. He's really taken to the techniques. He's changed his body. You know, so man, we just got to keep going. You know what I mean? J.Q. Gray, you know, he's a like I said, he's a little bottle rocket, man. He makes a play or two every day. You're like, wow. You know, so we're just continuing to grow and got some really good punt return work today. And we got some dynamic playmakers back there. They're going to be able to do some things. So with that, I'll open it up.
Anything else to touch on from Saturday's film when y'all got a chance to sit down and break it down?
You know, Glenn, man, I'm in such a deal right now. I don't even know what day it is. Last practice, you know, what we said, I think, was pretty much it. You know, I thought the offense really ran the ball well early, and I thought the defense really did a good job late. So you saw some back and forth, like we said. We're seeing a lot of growth and seeing some things that we want to improve on. This was our 5th day of install, you know, so the foundation's laid. We're going to put the pads on tomorrow fully. It's our first time we do that. We're going to tackle tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see, you know, what that looks like. And you know, we're continuing to add situations. We did some more third, medium, third and long. We'll get into the low red here in the next day or two and do some short yardage eventually, and then we'll do some 2-minute drill by the end of the week. So, you know, just situationally getting better and better, and our young guys growing. So,
off that, could you touch on how Avery White's coming along?
Man,
I think
yeah.
Had some good work.
I'm glad you brought that up. He's first off, he made a conscious decision to change some things he does off the field to gain some weight. He's gotten bigger. He's learned the system. He's healthy again. You know, Avery was a great player at high school at East Central for Coach Seth Smith and them guys. When they were there then, he was a tough guy, played middle linebacker. He was a great baseball player. He gets here and he shatters his ankle before we got here. We moved him to offense, and by the end of the year last year, he was an integral part of our kicking game. And now he's getting to where he's making a push, man, to really be an extra threat at tight end because he's so athletic. And I'm proud of him. I really am.
Talking about your other tight end, Cavallo. Can you talk
stud.
about kind of his journey here? And I know at one minute he was on scholarship, then off, then back on. I mean, what's just been your take on his journey the past couple of years under you?
Yeah, I think Cole's Southern Miss. I think all of our former players, like he's probably ought to be one of their favorite players. And some of our fans from the heyday that say, boy, I can't wait till we get it back like it used to be. Well, Cole Cavallo is one of those guys like it used to be. Walk-on that became a starter, and now he's got a chance to be an all-conference guy. And we all want to get the most out of what God gave us. You know what I mean? Whatever that is, and he gets the most out of what God gave him. He's not the biggest guy, but he's really athletic. He's gotten big enough, and I think he's going to have a really good senior year. He's a stud.
When you first got here, was it a no-brainer to put him on scholarship?
Yeah, I think he was already on when I got here, but if he wasn't, we put him on pretty quick, you know, for 2 reasons. One, like as you know, we only had 60-something on, so we might as well put him on. But then number 2, every time since we've been here, he's done. I can't remember a day that he hasn't brought it since he's been here. I mean, he's just a true blue golden eagle. Got a degree in finance, getting his MBA right now, wants to be a loan officer. So all you bankers in town, man, hire him. All right, he can go.
Last thing on that, just, you know, what is it that you've seen, kind of touched on it, but how has he specifically grown his game from last year heading into this year?
Number 1, he's a little bit stronger. He's a little bit bigger. He's about as big as he can be without losing athleticism. He's maxed himself out, which is what you want to do. And so that's allowed him to be a little more physical. He's mastered the techniques, which you have to do when you're not the biggest guy. And he's able to win with leverage and technique. And then he's really dynamic in the passing game. You know, if you think about all the times he's touched the ball over the last several years, even before we got here, very rarely does the first guy ever tackle him. You know, he's really good with the ball in his hands. So we're excited about him this year.
Coach, could you speak to young Barnes at right tackle? Now that he's had a year in the weight room, a year in the film room, where he's at from day one then to now?
Yes, really improving. Got a chance to be a dynamic player. Had a great spring. and he's really, for the first time in his life, because him and Cameron played everything at Adams Christian. They played football, they threw discus and shot, they played basketball, which if you want a good laugh tonight, fans, pull up their high school highlight tape on Huddle and basketball. They're just knocking everybody around. But he's just learned how to play O-line. He's gone from being a big, talented, athletic, mean kid to a guy that understands how to play it. And I think his future is really bright. I do.
Touch a little bit. Y'all got extended work on your new surface. Can you talk about, your thoughts on that?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. We went from, potential health hazard to one of the nicest surfaces in the country. Our players love it. Recruits love it. Our fans are going to love it. It's just been great all the way around for our program.
Saw some good over the middle throws from both quarterbacks today.
Yeah, it's been fun, hasn't it? Yeah, it was fun again today. Very rarely do they go the wrong way. Very rarely are they inaccurate. They made some plays today in some third down situations where our defense was giving us some really tough looks, and they converted third downs, which is hard to do versus a great defense. And then they took what they gave. They took what was given to them on the easy throws, and I didn't get to see every rep because I went with the O-line and D-line some, but from what I was there, I thought they were really, really on today. Probably their best combined day we've had.